back to the forest we go. Apologize. It's been a couple weeks. You know, at a certain point, like the progression stops happening, and it's not so exciting. At least not in my mind for making videos. Now, it's all exciting for me because every day we get better. We get better. We hammer in that metal, and it starts to take shape, and we're actually forging out a knee out of this thing. And it's been a lot of fun. So it's time to update. Let's go ahead and tap right on in. I this morning, you know, it's kind of fortunate that I scrapped the video from last night because this morning I went right outside of my unit and did my first flight of stairs. You know, no walker, we're just one foot in front of the other, alternating. It really wasn't much of a problem, man. I mean, my hands were there to help. I'm not gonna act like lobster clawed the handrails. Like, it definitely was there, but I made a point to try not to use it. Not lock out the bad knee. For those of you that know me like that, you know how bad of a hyperextension my old, not replaced knee is capable of, but that's something I've been working on with my PT. Speaking of which, going from the home health PT into, standard outpatient PT has made a huge difference. Because like I'm out here to get it. This almost feels like the gym, which, I've been lifting since 3 days after surgery. Like, I mean, lifting is, I've been lifting a lot longer than that, but I never let that stop because it's such an important thing to me. And so this outpatient PT, it's not just me laying in my bed doing these like little cookie cutter exercises that they gave me on a piece of paper. It's like, all right, let's sit on this bike and let's see you warm up and see what you can do. And it's like, oh, this is easy money. Like this, my last one on Tuesday was my first, my second one, seeing this physical therapist. And I just naturally, because I've been working on picking my leg up and not I had started a habit of grabbing the leg by the ankle so that I could baby it into a car or into a bike pedal, for instance. And didn't do any of that. I jumped in, excuse me. I jumped into the bike and it was like, all right, yeah, let's go. We're going to do this. And then he was about to tell me about how I'm supposed to do it. This is how you can do it carefully. And I just boop, pop right into the pedals. Let's go. This thing is moving great. About halfway through the PT session, there's probably, let's call it 2/3, because we did the bike a little bit for a warm up and he's talking to me and I'm just pedaling away. And we're talking about what I can do at home in terms of because of the way my musculoskeletal structure is, because I've had to compensate and everything with how bad my knees were. Well, one was, the other still is. That my glutes are weak as shit. And so I got to work on that, and that's something that I need to do. And how do I go about that? And what does it look like in the gym? What can I actually do with the new knee? And then we go to leg presses, and during the leg presses, he's like, okay, that's body weight, but wait, you ready? Can I put a band on? And I was like, put 2 on, because it's run it. This shit is easy, And so that kind of opened my mind up to exactly what the new knee is capable of, and it's capable of a lot. Which is why I took that flight this morning. It meant a lot. It felt really good, to be honest with you. Even watching that short back, it's like, holy shit, this thing, we're getting somewhere. Which is important because they're not going to do the other one if the new one isn't strong enough to support a recovering knee for a couple weeks, as that strength gets built back up. But honestly, it's beautiful. There's no reason to second guess, to doubt whether or not you should do this if you're a candidate for it. Honestly, put in the work beforehand, put in the work especially in the days following, and then you got to finish this thing out strong. These knees, I'm ecstatic. I really am. physical therapist, after the leg presses, you know, we went into doing steps. You know, like you know, he's got like a one step. It's like, all right, step on it and step down and step on it and step down. And that's cool because we're trying to relearn to not lock out the bad knee. And during that process, he's like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. Like, not that he doesn't care, but it's like we're not even really focused on the new knee, because the new knee, you are already like, this thing is gonna be fine. We're gonna build up strength. We're gonna build up trust, and like, you know, do the things that we need to. But what we really need to focus on is the shit knee, because that thing, like, without going into it, the point is that he wants to focus on the old knee to help support the new knee, and then so that I can still function until they decide to do the second knee. Now, if like my physical therapist, you know, he's not a doctor, he's not involved in that part of the decision-making process, other than giving his reports on how well I'm doing. At the end of the day, we're going to build that strength up, and I'm not going to allow this thing to go too far without the second knee. You know, I'm already pushing for the next surgery. So all of that's got to happen. It's got to come in time. And so at this point, I'm focused on, let's get the strength, get ourselves to a place where we need to be to build, like, so that the second knee can happen. Because it is going to be a huge amount of stress, and I can, having gone through it, attest to the fact that, you know, you definitely, like, as bad as my bad knee is now, still, it was absolutely vital that I had it and it was fully functioning. And as well as my new replaced knee is doing, it's not quite ready for that yet. But we're getting close, and we're gonna work our asses off to fucking get there. Let's fucking go.